And there we go. I've got the microphone on. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm glad to have you all on board today. It is August the 8th here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Oh, I had to do that. Anyway, welcome everyone. Glad to have you all on board here today. And first thing that we know is we have super poor visibilities in Iceland, and that is kind of the way it is. This footage that you see on the screen right now was captured in the wee Icelandic hours in the morning for about a 2-hour period where it kind of cleared up and we were able to see stuff. But after that, it went back to the grayness that we are seeing now for the most part. Although we do have some smuggled footage, which we will see if it works, fingers crossed, and we'll see if some of that is going to be pretty cool. Happy Hop Day, DrFox2000, and hugs. Thank you, Piggy, and welcome everyone. Glad to have you on board. First off, welcome to Arizona Snowman, Piggy, C&D boy. Haven't seen Lucas Snow yet, or Joseph, but we may have Gary also in the background, 24/7 live AZ Skies. So thank you for the mods that are in the background. You guys are awesome, and there may be other people back there as well, so all cool. And hey, it is a wonderful day, and like I say, what you're seeing on the screen, of course, was the way it was flowing during the very early morning hours there in Iceland, which would have technically been about 8-9 o'clock our time here in last night. So did capture that, and I was very happy that I was able to get a little bit out of it, because I have a sneaky hunch we're not going to see a heck of a lot today as far as new footage. So we'll have to rely on the canned stuff. Anyway, I'm going to go through and say hello to all you wonderful people here, and I am going to give the cookies out. And I hope I got that right there. And okay, gotta make sure I include the proper individuals, and I'll throw a few extra cookies that way because I don't know how that works. But anyway, it was Tom, Dice, and Pepper, and someone named Hugh. Apparently Tom was talking to him, so I'm assuming Hugh was here too. Anyway, I love it, and cookies for all, you bet. Hugh is that. Yeah, I have no idea. Fat thumb. Oh, Hugh's got a fat thumb. Oh boy. It's all good. It's all good, Tom. And way to go. I'm glad that you got in there first. It was funny. I was trying to figure that one out when I first seen it. Hugh? What do you mean, Hugh? And of course, the U and the I are very close together. And if you got a fat thumb, of course that's going to happen. Hugh-hoo. Hugh-hoo. Yoo-hoo. Oh, never mind. All right, let's get at saying hi to all your wonderful people in here. And we'll start out, of course, with Hugh and Tom and his faithful dog Pepper. And then we'll go up the list and say hi to DJ and Echo the Bot, Echo the Bot, Echo the Bot. As well as Sasha's back in the house. Yvonne Kunkel is here. Welcome, Yvonne. Kevin Haynes made it back in. Sue Hayes is here. And, of course, Matt Jen and Juliet is here as well. The Swedish Beard, welcome, and John Raper, John Lloyd, and James Bong, Sharon Stewart, welcome, all of you, you wonderful people. Doug Christopher in here, going for ice cream. When do we go for ice cream? I have no idea. Not today. It's too much today. And let's see. But we'll work on that. We'll go for ice cream one day. Looking at who else is in here. Did I get Kevin Haynes? Welcome, Kevin Haynes. And Sue Hayes we got. And going up some more, looking for other names. Sharon Stewart, I think we got you. Grandma B is here. Scott Hartman, welcome. Sasha, did I say you for already? I hope so. And there we have LOL, Gemma, the Super Kitty, and of course that is Dave and Claire. Welcome, glad to have you on board. And let's see, going up some more. Trek 15 is in the house. Good to have you here. And Albigail made it in. Good to see you. And going up some more. Dude is back. And who else snuck in the door here? I put out extra lava cookies, so hopefully everybody's getting some. A Brutal Avenger also in there. Welcome. Sandra Rockland is here. Welcome, Sandra. Got John already. Mars 2028, welcome. I'm glad to have you on board. And going up the list a little bit more to see who else. A lot of repeats now, which is Misty Gris, welcome. Going meow, I see it. And going up some more. We got that Doug Christopher already. And Minya Ne Len. And of course, that means I am Len. Kaktala, Len. Minya ne Doc. Anyway, welcome, Len. Glad to have you on board. Going up a little bit more, and Kimmer is in the house. Welcome, Kimmer. And we got Scott Hardman. Lizoid also here. I'm turned my AC off so I can hear Dr. Fox. Ooh, I would have just turned it down to low. And let's see. And we got Juliet. We got everybody else that I see on the page here. I keep seeing echo the bot, echo the bot, echo the bot. I keep hearing echoes, echoes, echoes. And going up some more, looking for more wonderful names. We got Kevin Williams and Kevin Haynes in here, so let's not mix our Kevins up. Oh, we got to be careful with Kevins. And we got Kimmer. Well, we got Kimmer. I got Kimmer earlier. Juliet, we got earlier. All right, looking for other names as I scroll up some more here, you guys. And if I do happen to miss your name, don't be offended. King Colin Deadman is there. I see you. And going up some more. Let's see. If I miss somebody, you guys can always let me know once I get backed out of the bottom of the list. I'm still scrolling up the other way, so have patience, and we'll see if I can find any other names. Diane Craig. There we go. Welcome. I'm glad to have you here, Diane. And who else? Going. And there we are. We are up as far as I can go. Sue Hayes right at the very top there. And that's as far as I can go for now. So Storm Chaser 1211 and Old Mummy of Hamsters is here. Never offended, always amused. Hey, we got you down on the bottom end here, Old Mummy of Hamsters. And that is probably a good thing. Let's see, we got Casper also here, welcome. And Trevor, the Wonky Donkey. Trevor, that was a very incriminating photo of the lava trucks. I hope nobody else sees that. Bill Kimmel, welcome. Glad to have you on board. And I think we've got Connie Tyree is back. Good to have you here as well. And I think we're good for, Rayola. Welcome, Rayola. And Duchess of Elements is also here. And I think we're good for right now, name-wise. If I did miss any of you, I do apologize. But we do have like 140 people in here. So it's hard to try to keep track of everyone. But welcome, everyone. Glad to have you guys on board. Robert Frary just popped in as well. And that is all cool and very, very good. Anyway, let's have a peek here. And the incriminating thing with the lava truck. Let's see. Where did that photo go? I know I had it somewhere. Okay. Yeah, for those who might have got a shot of this yesterday, I do apologize. This was sent to me, and of course you can see the lava trucks up in the background there, the one up on the hill, the big red one, and then the other ones lined up down around the hill there. And it is kind of incriminating, but hey, you know, lava trucks are lava trucks. It's hard to hide those things. It really is, but for those people who can see them, and I'll point them out there. Here's, oh, hang on, my whiteboard isn't working for some, oh, I know, maybe I should turn it on. There we go. Oh, that still didn't work. I think I might have to get a new whiteboard. Oh, that one's broken. Piggy, did you lick my crayons again? Darn. Okay, let's get rid of that whiteboard, and we'll get a brand new one. Since those crayons were all wet, I don't know what happened. And anyway, let's try that again. Okay, make it a thick line. There we go. And now we can do it. And of course, here's one there. There's one there. Here's another one, and another one, and another one, and another one. And of course, they turn around. They turn around here, and then they go back out that back road. But this guy is waiting up on the top. There's more sitting back behind the hill there that we can't see. So they're lined up there, guys, delivering the goods. So anyway, just had to throw that in there. I know it's a little incriminating, but we don't want anything getting out of the bag here. There is a sulfur, the crayons, they taste like purple. Blueberry. All right. Anyway, I figured we'd share that little bit of fun with you guys. So no worries. Getting back to this wonderful stuff, I might as well take that big thing off of there. Looking at the wonderful screen, and in this shot, of course, like I said, this was basically after our stream last night, and we continued to watch it as it faded in and out of the clouds, and we had about a 2-hour period that we had visibility and were able to see this. And I did do this one up in a time-lapse video, and I thought it was kind of neat. I'll play that right now so you guys can kind of see it zipping by there. And yeah, here it is. Let's see if we can make that fly. Oh, darn it, it's got music. I forgot about that. We'll turn that music way down. Anyway, this was from, like I say, in the wee hours this morning of Iceland time. And I took that 2-hour and about 14-15 minutes that we had and put it together into a time lapse, and it certainly gives you a better perspective of how this lava flow is actually happening. There were people saying, well, there's action elsewhere, and I'm very happy that there was action elsewhere, except for we had zero visibility of it. So that is always neat and cool, but when you watch that lava moving, you don't realize how much it moves until you see it in a time lapse, and it is amazing to see the flow rates and that is pretty cool. Um, okay, she's or he, Ziggy Volcano, will taken shape. Beautiful. Well, the back wall is taking shape. The front wall, not so much, you guys. That front is, or which is technically the west side, it's not going to do so well, and we'll take a look at that in a little more depth here. But that's what we're seeing, or that's what we seen last night, and I thought it was just really awesome just to be able to put that 2.25 hours into a quick time lapse for you. And I did post it earlier, and for those people who haven't gone and seen it, if you want to see it at your own leisure, you can. It is in my channel playlist there for volcanoes. So, yep. Let's see. Wow. Okay. Anyway, that's the end of that little video. And you see, right at the end there, it was starting to get foggy again. And that's exactly what it did. It fogged right out. So it was actually a very, very good timing to be able to get that, and I thought it was excellent. Anyway, going back to the other footage, and that is this here. It did do fairly well last night, and I was fairly pleased with it. But I am going to. Whoa! What happened? I'm on the wrong one here. I want to stop that one for right now. Just pause it, and we will take a look at the other camera view and see if we can actually see anything. So we can get rid of that too. All right. That camera view obviously is not going to show anything, and we see how gray it is there. That is what we've got right now. They did fix this camera, and I'm going to put it back on live here. For some reason it wasn't, but that is the view we've got right now. But you can see it swing every once in a while, so they do have that one working again. Unfortunately, we don't have any visibility. And this one, they don't have any visibility on it either, obviously. And here's where I'm keeping my fingers crossed and hope we're cheating. And here you go. This is approximately about 14 hours ago. This is what it looked like. I will try to play that, see if it will play. Yep, it does. And that is in the daylight hours. It did open up a little bit. We were able to see what it was like during the daytime conditions today. Send them to Dr. Fox. Who's sending what? Call me on another platform, babe. Oh, okay. I'm not sure. I don't know what they're sending me. John, what email? If it's nice and lots of cash, I'll give you my email address. Anyway, yeah, if you have something you want to send to me, and please make sure it's not over 25 megs in size, but the email, and get ready to write this down if you will, please. It is a DrFox, just like Dr. Fox. No dots in between, nothing, just DrFox at, and then shaw.ca, which is SHAW.ca. Hopefully you've got that. So I will repeat it if you need, but for right now, that is what we've got. All right. Anyway, one of the things I did want to point out in this, you see this lava fall here. I like that. That looks awesome and very nice to see. But that also tells you something about what's going on here. This has got a much higher level than this area down on the bottom. We do also see that it was building up some walls around it, creating that wonderful river that is flowing but we also have an escape route here if the lava gets plugged up down the river downstream, and we will see more overflows here in the future. This was from 9:42 a.m. by the way, you guys, just what the clock says on the screen, and it didn't last for a super long time, but it was there and it was available for us to be able to see. Pardon me. Okay, somebody says no, somebody says yes. John, I don't know if you managed to get the email address. Maybe try saying yes, I got the email. That will be a little bit easier for me to understand. So I just got a one from somebody else here, and okay, no on the email. Okay, if you want to make sure you copy it down, John, I am not going to print it in the chat because of what has happened with other stuff here, but I will give it to you if you write it down. It's again DrFox, just like Dr. Fox, DrFox at, and then SHAW, like the word Shaw, SHAW.ca. Okay, hopefully you got it that time, and that would be absolutely good. And okay, I know your address, Dr. Fox. Well, I wasn't talking to you, Mr. John Raper. I was talking to the other John, and got it, he says. All right, so we've got both Johns, and all right, cool. Anyway, yeah, so as I was saying, it is really nice to see that that lava fall right there, and that tells you how much higher that area is in here, and it is awesomely high. Something, I wish we had the other view going. That darn rock that was on the other side, it moved. Hey, look, there's a whirlybird, and we see him, and he's flying into the clouds. All right. Anyway, not sure where that rock is right now. Hard to tell, or if it has incorporated itself into the wall area here. But I'm hoping that we get that other view back from up top there in some due course here. And like I say, right now this is from 9:45 a.m. Iceland time, and we know that's about 13 hours ago, that type of thing. So that's what we're looking at, and that is pretty good. Brutal Avenger says my battery is gonna die any minute, so I'm gonna say good night to you all now. Good night, Brutal Avenger, and take care. Yep, a whirlybird. Haven't heard that in a long time. Well, hey, that's what happens when you get old. Oh. Well, you're not that old, King Colin, but it's all good. And yes, I got your email, Duchess. I will have a look at it when I get time. And right now I'm doing something else, and that is talking about what we see here. One of the things that I do want to point out in the back here as well, we've got a lot of tephra building up in the backside. So this, and you can see how far out it has splashed with that material, and some of those ejections were pretty tall and nasty. A little bit of wind pushing them as well from certain times there, and that is really gone quite a ways up the hill, if you will, and that is pretty cool to see. Let's see, trying to keep up with some of the stuff in the chat here, and let's see. All right, enjoy the stream, everyone. Thanks, Dr. Fox. I'll see you all again. Night. Alba girl, take care, have a good night, and be good. And Thomas P, good evening, Thomas. Glad to have you on board. Tracy Bill's also in the channel. Good to see you. Did I miss anyone else coming in? I know I got old mummy of hamster twice already. Oh, going up here just to double check. And Brutal Avenger went to bed. All right, no problem. And I think that's good for right now. Anyway, I'm going to kind of pause that wonderful old footage, and we will take a look at that again in a little while here. Let's see. Yeah. Well, we only got about a half an hour of it, and that's actually from about 13 hours, 13 and a half hours ago is when this actually was happening. So it is poor looking video to begin with all the smoke and everything, but hey, it's all we got. The other cameras had nothing, so pretty awesome. Mars says, why are we getting so much tephra than Ragnar had? Is groundwater getting into the vent? Well, one of the things that I kind of caught when I was watching Professor Troll's report there was that they were talking about what's coming out of it, and the first batch of material, and he figures it's going to last another week or so, is got a lot of material in it that it's picking up from the walls of the tube and that kind of thing. So we're getting a lot of the material that is from the upper lithosphere and going through the ground. So if you understand how this fissure actually works, it kind of wiggles its way through the softer portions where it can, and then shoots up and out. So there's a lot of material in there that it's bringing along with it, including extra groundwater. It'd be high in oxygen and other things like this. And it is, he's guesstimating that this is similar to what we will see, what we've seen with Ragnar, where this will clear up and clear out all this stuff after the flow gets going for another week or so. And we will end up seeing a change in what is actually coming out as far as chemical properties of it. And that is kind of unique and interesting. Hey, Siggy is on board. Hey, kids, sorry for the bad conditions around my little hell crack today. We are working on better weather for y'all. Okay. Well, I'm glad that you're working on it, Siggy. This really doesn't do good. And anyway, for those good people who aren't familiar with Siggy Ragnar, he is one of the landowners who owns the land that this volcano is erupting on. And yes, that is all of his lava, every last little bit of it. He owns the lava. Him and about 19 others. So it is wonderful, and thank you, Siggy, for popping in, and always a pleasure looking at your wonderful stuff here. And I dare not say it's always a pleasure looking at your crack, but anyway, let's not worry about that one. So I'm not going to say that. But anyway, this is an interesting fissure, and we do like the way it is. No, DJ, retract that. That's not nice. We don't want that in here. And anyway, that is what we were seeing. So that was, like I said, in the wee hours. Can I buy a share? A share? A share in the land? Or a share in the... Siggy, drop that link for the GoFundMe thing. And that'll be cool. And yeah, if you like that kind of thing. Anyway, it's pretty awesome to see what we've got on the screen, even though it is from about 12, 13 hours ago. I'm going to pause that for right now, though, and I think what we will do is we will have a quick peek at the harmonic tremor chart, and then I will also take a look at earthquakes, and then it'll just about be break time, and that would be good. So there is the harmonic tremor, and Siggy says, thanks, Dr. Fox. We are getting, trying to get together some good going, okay, and there's the GoFundMe thing. I haven't gone over there yet to look, and we'll see about that later, Siggy, but there you go, you guys. If you want to support Siggy in his adventure, you are welcome to do so. Anyway, going here, and there we go. I refreshed it, and I'm liking what we're seeing on this chart. You see, it's on an upward trend, and up is always nice, you guys, and that is telling us that we've got more activity happening down below, starting to smooth that flow out. This was going through all the rocks and grumbly stuff trying to get through, and then we had a couple of spikes, which are earthquakes there, and of course we're getting a smoother line now, so hopefully it'll stay up there, and we will continue to watch that wonderful eruption. Just a quick check and see what it looks like on at Grindavik, and we'll scroll down to that one more, and there we are. So for the Grindavik chart, we do see it is holding pretty steady as well, and it's not bad as far as that line is concerned. But you do see the very low frequencies, extremely low frequency, is bouncing up and down a little bit on that one, so being a little further away could possibly be doing that. But that's kind of what it's looking like, and we like the chart today, so that is not a bad thing. And let's see, right there. Okay, so that's not so bad. Let's go over and we'll have a look for earthquakes and see what the area looks like. And I'll get myself on that map. There we go. Come on, I got it. All right, we'll need to zoom in, zoom out, and see if we can get it to change its things a little. It did. Actually, well, let's go take a look at the rest of what we've got going on here. There's a few other quakes around, and we'll have a quick peek and see what we've got going on. Now, I wanted to mention something here. I don't know if you guys remember a while ago, I was saying that the plates were moving, and that's what it appeared to me when we had a few months ago, when we had some of those bigger quakes around here. Anyway, this one, 3:08 a.m., 12.2 kilometers down 1.3. And anyway, the plates sort of kind of going through what's going on. Normally, when you have that, it's kind of a slip ridge in this case, is what everybody always thought of being. But what is actually happening, it's a transverse or transform type ridge, where we're actually getting one of the continents is kind of twisting and pulling away a little bit. And that allows some of that magma to come up. And that is kind of cool and interesting. And that was actually confirmed. And I'm kind of happy to hear that. So, pretty good. Anyway, 2:45 a.m. for this 1.1 from 8.6 kilometers down. We also have this 1.4. Yesterday's 23:29 and 9.4 kilometers down. That's way up in the northern portions, on the northern ridges there. We also have this 1.7 and a 1.2, oh, and a 1.1 hiding there as well. 1.7, 9.7 kilometers down, happened at 3:58 a.m. and 1.7 in magnitude, so not bad. 1.0 in magnitude, 12.1 kilometers down at 3:44 a.m. So that's what we've got on that guy. Let's have a look at the other 1.2 down here, and that is a little shallower, 5.3 kilometers down, and happened at 5:18 a.m. Icelandic time, and that is kind of what we see there. On this map, we aren't seeing anything around Ascha, and we don't have anything around Bardabunga or Grimsbotn, and we aren't seeing anything around Katla or Hekla, or in our other area over here, Rikens Dahlia, that we normally see a bit of action here as well, and nothing happening there quake-wise. We do have one little quake up here, a 1.4, nothing serious. 4.8 kilometers down was from yesterday at 22:02, and if we zoom out, and we'll head over to our Reykjanes Peninsula, and that is right there. There's our capital city of Reykjavik, and if you're flying there, you'll end up landing here at the Keflavik airport. There's Keflavik, Yardvik, Reykjanesbar, and Yardvik, Reykjanesbar there. And then, of course, we slide over here a little bit, and here's where the Blue Lagoon is, the power plant, and of course, Grindavik, and that is pretty awesome. And when we zoom in over here, there is where Siggy's old homestead is, and it is still there, and that is pretty awesome. So just I figured I'd share that with you, and if you guys donate to the GoFundMe, please make sure, if you want to, leave your channel name so I can mention that on the plaque, or something cool that we would do with the money if we can't get a hotel, or can't get the hotel. Anyway, yep, that's pretty cool. That is the site where I want to put the Wonderland. Okay, so that is right in here, and I do believe that is the right place, if I'm not mistaken. So excellent. All right, and that is just outside Grindavik, and of course down the road from the volcano, and there is where the volcano is, and of course there you can see all the different trails and everything, and they do now have Ragnar showing on here with the lava-filled valleys, which was very kind of them, and also there's the new vent, and that is from basically their day one of when it was pouring out. So that's at least they put that in there, and it gives us a lot better perspective as to what was going on there. Hearn was my great-grandfather's house. Okay, so that is in here. This one here is your great-grandfather's house, and I do believe, if that is correct, but okay, I am at the dog. Okay, I don't do Facebook, okay, just so you know that. Yep, right there. So that is pretty cool, pretty awesome. I love it, Siggy. Very, very awesome. Okay, that is just about break time. It is break time, so I got to get on to the break and do that. You guys stick around. We'll go over these little quakes here after the break, and in the meantime, we will do our thing. The one on the edge is at the what? outhouse on the second is the old main house. Oh, okay. If we zoom back in, let's zoom in a little bit more here and actually look at it. So this was the old main house over here, and because I remember seeing when I drove by it, it didn't have a white roof, but that is pretty cool, you guys. So looks like that's fairly new. Somebody running some cattle there. Looks like we've got something in the field here. Maybe it's bad sheep. No, the second house. This guy right there. Second house should be it. And Ez is in the house. Ez is in the house. Ez, are you in that house? Okay. Harderhus is one of the owner's houses. Okay, cool. And that is pretty awesome. Anyway, that's the spot there where they did all their stuff from. Pretty awesome. So very, very neat. Anyway, we'll look at these other earthquakes after the break, you guys. And I do need to take a break. I'm starting to cough and stuff, so that is telling me my throat is getting to that point. Anyway, I will put you back on some canned lava, and let's see if we can get that going here. And we will turn that back on as soon as we get over there. That should be there. Oh, no, that's not it. That's purple lava. We don't want to see that. That might be this one. Here we go. Now we got lava. But it's not moving. All right, let's make it move. Play. Oh, darn it. It moved it back. I'm going to play it. All right. No, that's the wrong one. That's the time lapse. All right, what'd you guys do with it? Where's my other one? There we go. And yep, let's get on there, and we'll play this one. Turn it on. Turn that one off, and we got it now. All right, there's some lava for intermission time, and enjoy the flows. And please don't be upset that it's not real, true life, brand new, fresh stuff. This is about 14 hours old, unfortunately, because we can't see a darn thing there right now. Anyway, you guys, I'm going to take that break. So be good, keep smiling, play nice in the lava, and try not to throw any tephra chunks at each other. Some of that stuff is very, very hot. Anyway, on that friendly note, if you have not yet hit that like button, please help us out. If you are enjoying the show, give it a quick thumbs up. Also, if you haven't subscribed and you're sitting on the outside there wanting to chat, you do need to be subscribed for at least 1 minute before you can chat in the chat box. So just so you're aware of that. Anyway, I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, and I will be back in about 5 minutes or so. And keep smiling. Don't go away. And here comes some music, maybe. I don't like that song. We'll let this one play. Okay, I'll be back, you guys. Keep smiling. And the microphone is back on, and I'm back. Welcome back, everyone. I'm glad to have you on board. And I'm your host, DrFox2000. You are watching VolcanoX, a live stream, and thank you for being here. Glad to have everyone on board. Anyway, kind of preoccupied here with trying to zoom in on a bunny. And BB, of course, is sleeping in the yard, and it's telling me it's summertime. I was at the kitchen window talking to her, and of course, exactly where she is. She doesn't have to twitch her ears or anything like that. It was real nice that she closed her eyes and just kept on snoozing as I was talking to her. Really, really cool. Anyway, thank you for the welcome backs from everyone there, and from Trevor and Kevin and Sue and Oh Mummy of Hamsters and Duchess of Elements and Sasha and Mona. Alfano made it. Welcome, Mona. And that is good for right now. So pretty awesome, you guys. Anyway, we were looking at the earthquakes. And we wanted to kind of continue on with that. And let's see. I just do want to mention something. Piggy, if you're listening, check your clock. Make sure that you are not late, okay? Just so you know. And have you figured out where you're getting your coffee? Anyway, hopefully, Piggy, you heard all that and you're good to go. And I know you got to leave fairly soon to catch your boat there, and I don't think they'll wait for you. All right, so going south also here. Welcome, and Jody and McNamara got 20 minutes. Okay, Piggy, no worries. I just figured, that we all make sure that we get you out of there in time. And sorry that you got no figuring coffee, but 20 minutes, I don't know how long it takes you to make a cup. Anyway, all good, you guys, all good. So let's see. Where did I want to go? I want to go back to our earthquakes. That's where I want to go. Popping in here and moving to the earthquakes, and darn it, I forgot to turn that thing off, the other video. We'll go through this real quick. We'll pop back to that one. Anyway, this is, of course, the last 24 hours that we've seen the earthquakes happening around the area, and we did have one that was kind of right in our area. That was this 1.0. And that happened at 2:18 a.m., 3.1 kilometers down, and that is on the edge of Ragnar, really, when you're looking at it. There's the New Fisher, of course, and there's Ragnar, so kind of would be almost, I would say Equipment Hill was right about here, and just on the edge of Equipment Hill as the flow went down into the valley here into Maridalia. So should be about right. And let's pop up here to the other ones. We want to have a look at some of these. This one was 4:36 a.m., 3 kilometers down, 1.4 in size. And I thought that was a 2.0. Hang on, is there another one there? Yep, 2.0 at 3:40 a.m., 3.4 kilometers down. And another one is a 1.9, also in that same spot, 3.6 kilometers down, 8:23 a.m. So we do have some activity in that area. This one, 1.8, 3.4 kilometers down from yesterday at 23:45. The 1.0 here, today's at 43 minutes after midnight, 3.2 for that 1.0. And then I want to get this 1.8 over here. I want to see how shallow that is. 2.1 kilometers down from 8:36 a.m. If we move a little bit further to the east, or looking at what we've got here, 1.3 and 4.7 kilometers down, 6:20 in the morning. And yes, indeed, that is a little volcano that used to exist there, a little vent. And here's another one. That's a 1.1, 4.4 kilometers down, 6:23 a.m. on that guy. And sliding over here a little bit more, the 1.4 that we see, 4.8 kilometers down, and 5:57 a.m. For this magnitude 1.4. So what that's basically telling us, it is not going to do anything right in that area. Then we've got a bunch more right here, kind of in a cluster, and want to see how deep these are. 3.5, this is from yesterday, 1805. This 1.4 from yesterday at 1911, 5.2 kilometers down. This guy is yesterday's 1912, and that is 4.5 kilometers down. Oop, and a 1.3 right there, 4.2 kilometers down from 5 minutes after midnight. 1.5 out a little bit further here, 5.2 kilometers down. So they are not that shallow in that area. That one was from yesterday at 1828. And that is mostly yesterday's stuff. So the interesting stuff, of course, is the ones in here, and that's what we like. Going to the other chart for a minute, I have this one set for the last 6 hours, and that shows what we are looking at. And those ones are out there a little bit more. We don't see anything over the last 6 hours in our little area. And Maridalia, of course, I think that might be where the fissure is supposed to be. It's kind of just a spot on there. I don't know what happened. But anyway, we're not seeing anything in the last 6 hours in that area. If we increase it to 12 hours, we do see these other guys. So few hours of very quiet, and the volcano keeps rumbling, and that's all cool. Looking just over here towards Grindavik and out on the peninsula itself, near the edges. Nothing too major. We got a 0.78 right there from that was at 1529, 4.3 kilometers down for that 0.78, and then 1.4 a little closer to the power plant, which should be right about there, and that is 5.3 kilometers down. Not going to be really endangering anything, and that's at 1411 for that guy. Looks interesting. So we do have a few quakes in the area. Nothing to really get too excited about. On this map, though, we do show in the last 12 hours that we did have, this is Katla out here, we did have a couple quakes around Katla, 1.6, and that is 5.3 kilometers down, and that happened at 2206. Then we have this 1.7 right there, 5.2 kilometers down, and was actually at 2325. So a very recent quake. Don't see anything around Hekla, and that is probably good. And there is our Grimsvatn, and Grimsvatn doesn't show any quakes on this map. Same thing with Bardabunga, or even around Astja, and nothing. It's gone quiet. And we do see those other ones that we kind of looked at before up there. I'm not too worried about them. This is interesting though. This 2.1, 1 kilometer down from 1447, and makes me wonder what that one is all about. But I don't know the layout of what that area is, but in underneath there. Also, this guy here, and 5.2 kilometers down for this 1.7 from 1307 107 p.m. This afternoon in Iceland, and that is kind of what we've got. So gives you a pretty good idea of the quakes anyway, guys, and hopefully that is self-explanatory. We already had a look at the chart, so not bad. let's zip around and look at a couple other places while we're at it. And of course, this is the Azores, just slightly further down that mid-Atlantic ridge, and that is the same opening that, of course, our wonderful Iceland is being cut in half by. And the mid-Atlantic ridge is very close to the Azore Islands, and it's basically sitting on it, or no man's land. Anyway, island that we're on here is Sao George, and the lights that you see off in the distance are Pico Island, and then way over here, that is Fayal Island. So that's what you got. It's about 18 kilometers across the strait here, but that's not really what we're interested in, and I'm not worried about that. We do see the white water here, and this is a little cove we always use to check, and it is a pretty heavy-duty white water today, so ocean's a little rough there at the Azores, and I don't recommend boating. And here's another view of a harbor, and we have bright lights, so we can't see a darn thing there. Anyway, let's take a look at what we've got, and it's actually increased to three quakes from for the 8th, rather than just the 2. We had this one here. Late start though, 1721 for that 1.9, and let's see, why is it, oh no, hang on, oh okay, I was clicked on the wrong one. That is 8:06 a.m. For the 2.2, and then the 1721 for the 1.9, and then another 1.5 at 23:18. So that is all on Sao George. As you can see, there's the island, and we'll get rid of that. So that looks pretty good. There's Pico Island and Fayal Island. And we'll move on to the other chart, and this is what I had kind of looked at. I'm going to refresh that because this thing doesn't update itself, unfortunately, and we'll make that a little bit bigger again. One more. There we go. Okay, so we do see these out here in the water. By the way, that is the Eurasian plate, and then down on the bottom here, this is the African plate, and this is the dividing line between them, and there's all kinds of fissures in here, and of course this is in kind of a no man's land. But anyway, 18 hours ago, 2.8 is what was there, and not a surprise. It's sitting on part of that ridge, so it's got something going. 20 hours ago, 2.2, and that is pretty awesome. There's your mid-Atlantic ridge in here, and whoop, I wanted to zoom in. This map is the other guy. All right, have to get used to these. Some of them worked a little different than others. They're showing 4 quakes here. 16 hours ago, 2.8. This guy here, 7 hours ago, 1.9. 24 hours ago, 1.3, and that's probably what we don't see on the other map. And then we also have this 1.5, 40 minutes ago. So that gives you a pretty good idea of what goes on there. And let's just slide down here real quick and see what they are showing for quakes. So they've got a bunch listed, but of course 1, 2, and 3 are here. Apparently somebody felt the one, but the other 2 were not felt by the looks of it, and that is pretty cool. And the other ones are the ones in water, and that is awesome. I'll skip. No, I don't want to skip ads. What the heck are you doing? Let's get on that. There we go. And there we can see 2 of those 4 that were at the surface. There's the 2 smaller ones, 2 bigger ones, and then we've got this guy down on the bottom, and possibly that guy. And those are running 7-8 kilometers down, and that is pretty cool. The other ones are right at the surface. So that gives you your Azores report, and that is pretty cool and awesome. And I am going to put it back onto there so I can find that screen, and we will get you back to some lava. And I am going to go take a break. So hopefully Piggy is watching her timer, and I will try to be prompt with my break time, and hopefully everything will work out. So keep smiling, and Piggy, if you do happen to go, be good and take care of yourself, and we'll see you when you get back. But I'm sure that I'll catch you here before you leave. So be good, and I will be back in a few minutes, you guys. We'll have some bacon seeds, and possibly drop a couple other quick things in there. Hey, S. Roberts, quick, good day, Doc, and thanks, S. Roberts. Glad to have you on board, buddy. Okay, it is break time, and I'm going, and I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Keep smiling, and don't forget to hit the like button, you guys. Also, if you're new and you want to chat in the chat box, make sure you subscribe. Then 1 minute later, you'll be able to do that. And I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. I'll be back in 5 minutes. All right, I have the microphone back on. Welcome back, everyone. I'm glad to have you on board. I'm your host, DrFox2000, and you are watching VolcanoX live stream. Glad to have everyone here and enjoying the show, and hopefully it will continue to see some. I actually wanted to check and see if we got any lava happening on the other channels here. Not seeing a darn thing. Still all fuzzy. Darn it. And I was hoping. Not seeing a darn thing on the other cameras yet. So we'll see what happens in the very, very near future here. If we get any visibility, we'll certainly let you know. And the footage that you do see on the screen is from the about 14 hours ago now, I guess, and that is what we had. And kind of canned lava, if you will. And anyway, I'm gonna stop that for right now as soon as I find where that darn video is there. So we will pause. There we go. Pause. Get it? Yeah, bunnies. Pause. Never mind. Okay. Bunny pause. A bunny pause. We're going to go over and have a look at bacon seeds, you guys, and let's see if we can get rid of that. Oh, hang on, there's that incriminating truck shot again. By the way, thank you very much, Trevor, for that wonderful photo. That's cool. Okay, bacon seeds, it is time, so let's get going at them. And here is our, we see the last one from yesterday. First one from today is this little cutie, and yep, he's got a smirk on his face. Definitely a little smirk. So awesome. What? Booney comes. Oh, where the heck did that come from? Somebody misspelled bunny. Oh, boony. Oh, the word. Maybe that's it. All right. Anyway, that is our first bacon seed. Next one is this lovely little guy. And he's looking at the camera going, feed me, please. And we like that. And that is pretty awesome. And let's see if we can keep going. And there's another wonderful batch of bacon seeds. And I think we see 5 in this picture, except for one isn't paying attention. One is just not like the others. Anyway, we do see these lovely little bacon seeds looking, and that is awesome. Gotta love it, you guys. So pretty cool. And let's get on to the next one, and that is this wonderful little guy. Yeah, pause or pause. Either or. Judy McClellan is there. Welcome. Glad to have you on board, Judy. Anyway, this little bacon seed looks like he's really, really tiny. And got some racing stripes on him, though, so I bet you he's fast. Anyway, next guy. And there you go. Another one with racing stripes and a kind of a pinkish nose there. Pretty awesome. I like the V shape in his forehead there of the white. And that looks pretty cool, you guys. And yeah, one of these piggies is not like the other. Exactly. And let's see what we have with our next one and last one for today. And tomorrow we've got some special bacon seeds that Piggy sent. But for today, we have this guy. And here's looking at you. And of course, this wonderful bacon seed is using his mirror to see how much stuff he's got on his chin. So pretty cool, and we like it. And anyway, did Piggy leave? I didn't see her say bye or anything like that. I hope I hope she's safe. I hope she's got her stuff together, and I hope she is out the door doing her things. So that is pretty cool. Hey, RLC is here. Welcome, Rob. Wow, either the volcano has grown a snout, or I can see piggies. Well, that is up to you. It's all in the eye of the beer holder, I guess. So there you go. And let's carry on with other volcanoes, and we will see what we've got at some of these other locations. And I will pop in here. Oh, hang on, I gotta get to the right ones. Lots of gray clouds, so it's hard to see what these other ones are doing. And of course, wow, that one is giving me trouble again. And all right, I'm trying to find us one of the shots here of Popocatépetl that is actually working, and not so easy. So here we go. Let's pop over to Popocatépetl in Mexico. And that is what we're seeing right now. So that is live. But if we back up a bunch of hours, and I'm talking a whole bunch, about 9, and that's when we start seeing things. There we go. We do see some puffing up at the top of Popocatépetl. It is continuing to do its eruptive stuff, but not as violently as it had before in the past. Going to put that back on the live. We'll go to the other ones here, and again, other ones have kind of the same conditions and same story, with the clouds being what they are. And yeah, this one is exactly that. This is from 10:37 a.m. If we back up a little bit more, from about 10 o'clock, there you can see what's going on at Popocatépetl. So pretty cool. And we'll put that one back on live, and we will get over to this shot. And this shot frightens me because it's got snow on it, and that is the other angle. And of course they are seeing some of that wonderful snow. And as we know, there's that big storm off the coast, and that is likely what is causing all of this. So pretty cool. And thank you, Arizona Snowman, for those wonderful links there. And let's carry on, and we will pop over just in time, or about just in time, from this is Fuego in Guatemala, and unfortunately it too is suffering from those same little issues of what's coming out of the clouds. And if we back it up just a little bit, though, it did have more activity today. There's a fairly decent plume coming out, and of course that you can actually see lava in that one, and that is awesome, you guys. So that is the type of eruptive or type of eruption that you'd want to look at and see some pyroclastic material coming out, and that would be pretty awesome. Yep, almost like fireworks, and you bet it is looking pretty cool. So that is a good catch, I think, for us today here, to see what Fuego is putting out, and that is pretty awesome. So what? Thanks so much for the help. Okay, cool. And yep, kaboom. Anyway, that is what we've got going on there. Oh, Boomer, found your stream and love it. Thanks. Okay, good work. Awesome. And thank you kindly for that wonderful super chat. First one of the day. And Boomer, Thank you very kindly for that $13.99. That is awesome. And I got it written down here. Ah, cool. Anyway, looking at that is a pretty wild to see some of that come out. We know that it kept on doing that a little bit more here. I'm just trying to advance it a little bit more and see if we can see what we've got. There are a couple more explosions. There we go. A smaller one, just a little bit beyond that. So it is producing, it is putting out, it is erupting, and yep, lots of pyroclastic eruptive material coming out of that. Sometimes more so than others, and there was multiple. If we go a little bit further here, I'm just trying to advance it fairly quick. Let's see if it'll get to the next one. Should be any time now. And there it goes. And of course, that is popping out, going like crazy as well. Kim Raudenbush already buffering. I have no idea why you're buffering. My bit rates here are solid as can be, and I've been keeping an eye on everything here, and they really are. So shouldn't have any problem, and that should be good. Anyway, lots of stuff coming out of there, and of course you guys can always bring that up yourself on just search for Volcán de Fuego GT for Guatemala, and that is what we've got out there. Anyway, moving south a little further, and there is a shot of Tolica from a distance. Not sure what's going on. I can't see too much coming out of it. A little bit of smoke in the foreground. I wish they'd get that other camera back up on the edge here, which was really cool when we seen it. But they don't have it, so we will leave it. But that is Tolica in Nicaragua, and Momotombo in Nicaragua as well. Again, they short us about a quarter, or a little bit more than a quarter of the page, unfortunately, but there's your business end, and it is still continuing to do what it needs to do, and that is off gas pretty heavily. And there we go over to Masaya volcano, and Masaya is continuing its journey of eruption. Pretty cool, pretty awesome to see that flowing out of there, and really, really good. Snapping back to the original picture, that's, yeah, it finally worked. I wanted to get to the golden time here, but will it allow me? Yeah, there it goes. Popocatépetl, and very early in the morning, and that is what it looked like. And again, it cut me down from the little it has to even less. But that is the golden volcano in the morning, and we love looking at that in that format. All right, we'll go to other places now, and of course Merapi is just not very cool. It is kind of hiding in clouds from most of their angles. I am not going to worry about that one too much, but I do want to get on that and take a look at the other one. And of course, that is Ruapehu in New Zealand. And let's see, that is live. Unfortunately, we don't see a heck of a lot from it either. And we know there is some stormy activity happening off the coast. We seen that yesterday. Trying to back up and find a spot where we can actually see it, but no joy, and we know it's in the back here. It's just not visible, and that is unfortunate. So we will leave that one on live, and very, very cool, you guys. And I'll put it back to there and move on to our next one. And that is Semeru, and we have the same issue with Semeru hiding in the clouds. and makes for a poor display of what's going on out there in the world. Just wondering, I'm going to just double check and see if they've got the anything happening. Nope, nothing on, no cameras on our Krakatoa, Krakatau, son of Krakatoa. But that's okay. We'll leave her be, and just checking my time. We will pop over to there. I wanted to see if we got a picture. No, we don't. Let's zip over to Japan real quick. And there is Japan, Sakurajima. And Sakurajima, of course, is continuing to off gas and erupt a little bit here and there. I need to get onto the right picture. There we go. And unfortunately, not as proficiently as what it was doing the other day. But if we go back a little bit in time here, we can almost see what's going on. A little bit of an eruption here today, so move it forward just a little bit, and you will be able to see this is at about 5:50 a.m. is what I had written in my notes here for the eruption. There it is, 5:48, and that is when we seen that plume start to come out. And we will go back on the close-up cam, because that should have a fairly decent picture this time around from 5:48, since we see it is fairly clear in the area. So pretty awesome, you guys, and that is a lot of material coming out all at once. And that is why that volcano is still on a red state as far as the activity is concerned. So moving on to this side, I want to go back to 5:48 if we can get there. That should be somewhere around here, maybe a little bit. Oh, I went way too far. How about there? 5:48. Yeah, that's it right there. And we can see. Oh, why is it buffering? Come on, don't buffer. This is the close-up view of that crater, Sakurajima in Japan. And you see it billowing out, of course. And I'm not sure why we're getting the whiz wheel, but I'm trying to advance it a little bit here. And okay, why are we seeing that? It shouldn't be doing that to me. It should be working. Let's go back a little bit and see if it'll go again. And all right, go back there again. 5:48. Come on, and we can do it. Maybe they had some issues with their internet at that point in time. But I can go back to earlier, and I can go back or go later, but it won't show me that. Let's see if that'll work. Moving through it. Yeah, it seems to not love me and want to show me that eruption for some reason. All right. I'm going to give up on that. We'll put it back to normal. That is what the close-up shot looks like right now. And yeah, it's Kim Raudenbush stealing the signals, causing it to buffer. Pardon me. So anyway, no, it's a dilemma, Kim. I'm not sure what the heck is going on, but we'll see. Maybe it's contagious. Have you got some... is there a shot for that? Anyway, let's see if that'll work. There. Come on, you can do it. Oh yeah, that looks pretty good. Of course, until it buffers. Thanks, Kim. All right, gonna keep going. I'm not gonna worry about the buffering. Let's move on. And this is, of course, our wonderful Mount Fuji, and the camera view, a lot of haze in there today, A little bit of a hat on top of Mount Fuji, but nothing too serious. Moving on, there we go, and there is Aso-san, and Aso is continuing to off-gas. That rain we've had here in the last little while must have put a lot of water into that caldera, and of course with the heated ground in there, we're going to see that steaming off. So Buffacine, yeah, that's a Buffacine. Anyway, that is pretty cool. It's doing its thing, and we pop out to our view of Suwanoshijima in the southern islands of Japan, and that is what we're seeing there. 9:27 a.m. out there, so looks pretty cool. And this guy has been active doing different things as well during the course of the morning. Some small eruptions, and let's see, yeah, it's really hard to tell from this angle, but you can see this is a pretty good sized plume that it is putting out lots of white smoke this time around, so pretty awesome. Anyway, let's pop it back over there. This is not live. I want to put it back to live and make sure that we are seeing what we're seeing. Some of this, again, is just real regular cloud, and some of it, of course, is got some of the volcanic ash and that kind of stuff mixed into it. We'll see what happens. For those people who are interested in going and getting an ice cream, the ice cream boat is just pulling up, you guys, and you can see it right there. So hurry on down, get yourself an ice cream, and that shouldn't be a problem. Just run down the street here, follow that down, and at the lights, hang a left, and you can get out to the docks and get that wonderful ice cream. All right, let's put you back on some lava. For those good people who have not yet hit the like button, please do consider hitting the like button, and that would be awesome of you. And for those who are sitting on the sidelines thinking about wanting to chat, please do consider hitting the subscribe button, and a minute later you'll be able to pop into the chat and see what's going on, and enjoy chatting with the rest of all the wonderful people in here. And on that note, I am going to take a break, you guys. So please be cool, keep smiling, and let's see what we can do to get the likes up to that 200 mark or a little bit over. It would be awesome for today's stream. And that's it. Let me put it back over, get you some lava. Lava, we want lava. Lava coming up. Thank you, C&D boy. And there's our lava. I'll be back in about 5 minutes or thereabouts, give or take a few minutes. And I'm hoping Piggy is well on our way to the docks. And be good, everyone. Keep smiling. And I'll be back in a few minutes. This is live, or earlier. It was from about 14 hours ago, 15 hours ago, there, young man, maybe 16 hours ago. Right now, we unfortunately aren't able to see anything over there, or very, very little. If we turn off that video, we can see the camera in the background. That's what it looks like. So hence the reason for using canned lava today, unfortunately. So that is what we've got on for you right now for the intermission. Okay, yep, it is terrible, unfortunately, and there's nothing that we can do about it. It's the weather gods. But Siggy is working on it. He's got some guys out there with some fans and stuff, and they're gonna clear the whole area out, so it'll be good. Okay, you guys, I'm going for that break, and I'll be back. And there we go. Welcome back, everyone. I'm glad to have you all on board here today. I'm your host, DrFox2000, and this is VolcanoX live stream. Thank you, Piggy. And yes, I read that you're down at the docks waiting for the boat. Excellent, and glad that you are made it down there and waiting patiently. So, very cool. And welcome to, let's see. Leo Carlson popped in, and thank you for the welcome backs from Sue Hayes and Piggy and C&D Boy and Leo Carlson, of course, and then we also have Andy Morgan, and thanks, you guys. I appreciate all of you, and that is pretty cool. So I'm going to pause this wonderful video again, and we are going to just hit pause. There we go, and freeze. Use my magic wand here and freeze the lava up, way up in the air while it's up there, defying gravity. Anyway, I like that. Quick check. I want to pop around to the different scenes that we got right now out there at Ragnar, and I don't believe that visibility is very good. So that is one of them. Oh, hang on. Let's. I don't want to ruin this one. I'm going to keep that yet. Let's look at the other one. That one is absolutely a no-go. We don't see a darn thing. It is, what is it, 42 minutes after midnight, I think, somewhere thereabouts in Iceland. But that is what one of the shots looks like. You can't see a darn thing. This one we looked at, that one is all full of haze and fog and fog and everything else, so unable to see that. And then if we pop over to the other one, that is what our last screen is looking like. So absolutely no visibility there in Iceland right now, and that is unfortunately the situation, and nothing we can do about it. Anyway, popping over to the other volcano we didn't have a look at yet, and that is Taal. And of course, Taal is trying to do its thing. This, of course, is compliments of Taal meditation, and we do see it continuing to off-gas. So that is pretty awesome, and hopefully we'll see some action, some Taal action. That would be really cool. Ice cream boat. Oh, do we have to check on the ice cream boat? Let me see if we can go check on the ice cream boat. The ice cream boat's leaving. I hope you guys got your ice cream. It's going bye-bye right now. And hey, Piggy, I hope you got ice cream on your boat. That would be nice. Anyway, we do see our ice cream boat taken off there, you guys. So unfortunately, it's one of those things. And yeah, we're going to pop over to Yellowstone next. That is right after our Taal, and that's what we had. Yep, we're going to have a quick peek as soon as this thing catches up and switches for me. So kind of a weird little plume coming out of there, out of Taal, but going to keep an eye on this one. This is definitely got some potential to do something spontaneously, so we'll always have a peek at it. Going over and let's see. Yeah, we'll look at Purple Haze in a minute if you like. And here's all the gatherings around the old geyser, Old Faithful, and we can see there are quite a few spectators there today, and you can see them all around, all the way around here, and then even out here in the back, there's some people, or maybe Sasquatches, I don't know, but they're there. Anyway, that's what we've got, and Old Faithful is right here. Unfortunately, they're waiting for it to go, and it hasn't done its job yet. It will shortly, I'm sure. But we're not going to stick around and wait for it. We are going to continue on with the other good stuff that we are doing. So let's have a look. Where am I supposed to be going? I'm supposed to be going over to the earthquake. Oh, Hawaii. I totally forgot about Hawaii. Oh my God, let's get over to Hawaii. And I gotta get in there. Where's my Hawaiian stuff? There we go, Hawaii. All right, clicking on Hawaii, just so we don't lose track of where we need to be. And it will be all right. And how come that picture's so large? That shouldn't be like that. That's even worse. And I've got so many different things on here right now. It's crazy. Turn those two off. There we go. Got it. So that, of course, from yesterday at 22:16 Hawaii time. And that is what it looked like. You can definitely see the lava pond. That toe area still intact. It looks really cool with that neon look to it. But let's refresh that and see what it looks like right now. There you go. And definitely continuing, we see a very nice straight flow in here. Hasn't diverted yet or anything. So it must be going a little bit slower, not as fast as what we normally see when it breaks a lot of that material up. Toe area looks like it's maintaining a fairly decent level as well, and still seeing a lot of cracks in the other areas. I'm not sure if we're going to see this drop off and get bigger in here, but hey, give it time. We'll see what happens. And again, that area going out to the toe may break through again as well. So really cool. Let's take a look at this one. This is again from 22:19 last night. Going to pop in here now. And very smoky down in the area. Unfortunately, primary vent is right there. There's your lava pond, and you can't see the toe at all. And some extra smoke all around, as you can see around the edges. And we know that the lava level has greatly increased in Kilauea, and that is what we see there. Popping to the other side of the caldera, we do see this extra flow over here that has left some lighter area. A primary vent right there. And there's your pond, and the toe, very poor visibility on it, unfortunately. Let's refresh that, see a daylight shot. No, I think that camera's stuck again. Okay, that's the best we got on that one, so I'm not going to change, and that is unfortunate. And this one is the thermal from, of course, at 22:14 is the time, and we see the primary vent sort of, the little extra hornito is down here with the divider, and there it goes into the lava pond, same as the toe area, probably has a tube feeding it here somewhere. So pretty cool looking, and we're going to refresh that, get it back up to date. There we go. And again, a primary and the pond toe, and you see a little bit of lava over here, and that is indicating that we do have flow around the edges. And of course you can kind of sort of see the outline of that raised island in the middle here, which is actually basically a big chunk of cooled lava, and not cooled to the point where it's cold, but cooled enough to solidify and to allow it to become a little bit lighter weight, and it's actually floating on top of the denser liquidy lava, which is pretty awesome, pretty cool. Anyway, that is Hawaii for you, you guys, and now we're going to pop over to our earthquake maps. Pardon me, and we'll start out with Hawaii really quickly and see if we can get on there. Where is it? There we go. And zooming into Hawaii, there's our wonderful Hawaiian Islands. And zipping in a little bit really quick. First off, general area, Hawaiian Islands, Oahu there, Maui here. And interesting with the quakes, looks like we've got a lot of stuff here in the Pahala area that has stacked up. Nothing new out here past Luihi, and that's kind of interesting that we're not seeing anything. But okay, zooming in a little bit, there we go. Let's grab this guy out in the water first. 2.1 from 2150, pardon me, 2145 yesterday. The other one out here is also from yesterday at 2339, and that is a 1.5. Let's go with these from the land stuff. 2.5, a little bit bigger, 9:44 a.m. For that guy. This guy 2.0, and that is from 3:54 a.m. Then we've got this 2.2, and that is from yesterday in 1926. This 1.9 from today, 10 a.m. And then we have the 1.8 from yesterday, 23:22. And right in Pahala itself, 2.2 yesterday at 19:30. Moving over to these guys, 2.4 from this morning, and that was 1:41 a.m. Next is this guy here, 2.0, and that is from 12:22, and 1.7 from yesterday at 21:19. This bigger one, 3.3 yesterday's as well at 22:06, and this last guy right there, 2.0 from 3:50 a.m. and again that is the Pahala area. We don't see anything new down here. We'll get to that one in a minute. We do see this guy out here on the southwestern side of Mauna Loa, and that is 1.9, happened at 2:55 a.m., 9.4 kilometers down. And then we see one up here right at the opening of the caldera up in the top there, and it is 2.1 in magnitude, and it is 1449, and that is actually 1.4 kilometers above sea level, so it's well within in the mountain of Mauna Loa. And looking at the other ones, these are old, not going to worry about them, and we'll zoom in here a little bit closer to Kilauea. There's Kilauea, and this guy here is a 1.9, and that was 4.7 kilometers down from 1606 today. And no, they didn't update this Kilauea picture, so we are still looking at the same thing, the pretty much empty caldera, which has filled up a whole bunch more than what we're seeing here in this picture. So that is kind of it for Hawaii. Zooming out real quick, I wanted to look for other quakes and stuff around. We do have this 5.0 out at the South Sandwich Islands from 1:18 a.m., 36.7 kilometers down on that guy. Then we've got some what they call small and chilly, 4.7 there, 21 kilometers down yesterday at 21:44. Moving up a little bit, 4.6 from 3:19 a.m. That's 120.6 kilometers down. Then we have this 4.7, which is now into Peru, 71.8 kilometers down, happened at 14:57 their time. And as we move up, we do see this 4.6 in the southern portions of Mexico as well. And that is 64.5 kilometers down, 5:34 a.m. Today. I wanted to point this guy out, a western side of Canada here on the Juan de Fuca plate, and that is 4.6, and that is showing us 10 kilometers down from 1:38 a.m. And not sure if anybody felt it there. Bob, did you feel that by chance from this morning? Just curious. And yeah, anyway, we'll carry on here with what we see on the Kermadec Ridge out near Tonga, and that is a 5.2. We felt it big pop. Oh, it was a big pop. Oh, okay, cool. Well, I hope it's all right. Anyway, that guy is 35 kilometers down and in Tonga. And moving over here to Fiji, we see this 4.2, 603 kilometers down, 7:04 a.m. Their time. And moving on, Vanuatu, 5.1, 10 kilometers down, 7:42 a.m. Their time. Then over here in Papua New Guinea, 5.6, 35 kilometers down, and that was from yesterday at 23:37. Then we see a bunch of smaller ones. I'm not going to go through all of them, otherwise we'll be here forever. And we do see this little guy out here. I don't know if that's, let me see, what country would that be? That might still be in Iran, but I don't know. Yeah, it is 4.4, and that is 10 kilometers down, 1:45 a.m. And of course, there was one here that was in Greece, although that one in Greece will not affect Piggy. She didn't feel it. She's a lot further away. That's a 4.5, 66.3 kilometers down from 8:45 a.m. Her time there. So pretty cool, and I think most of everything is okay. This is actually unusual. I haven't seen one up here for a long time. 4.2 on the Russian peninsula, and that is kind of neat. All right, we'll leave that be, and that is good for those earthquakes. Moving over, I'm going to refresh this one. We'll have a look at La Palma real quick, see if we got any major action there, and I don't see anything really out of place. We do see a current one here on Tenerife, and that is 1.4. That happened at 21:42 UTC, and that is all right. We'll get that guy off of here. Going to zoom into La Palma and see what we've got here in the last 24 hours. That's really going to make a difference, and we only have two. That's from the 7th. This is from today. One right downtown El Paso, 3 kilometers down, and it is a small 0.5, nothing to worry about. And then we have a 1.2, and that was at 21:40, and that is 11 kilometers down. And that's way over on the other side of the island, of course, and likely not felt by anyone. It's too small. Zooming back out, that's it for that area. Looking at our map, a volcano map, and I am bringing that to a refresh there, and let's see if we can get at it. Looking really quick, there we go. And of course, up here in Iceland, of course, they show Fagradalfjall, and then Grimsvatn and Astja, and that's pretty much it for there. We know those guys are going. Then we have Seo George, and we have this one, Terceira, if I said it right, Terceira, in a yellow condition, also in the Azore Islands. So we have two on yellow there, and that is kind of interesting. And Paley and Soufriere back on the map as well, so good to see that. And we do see our stuff out here along the Ring of Fire. We do see Fernandina back in the Galapagos showing up again as a yellow, so action is coming back slowly. We don't see a White Isle volcano there. We do still see Tofua out here in Tonga, but we see nothing of Hunga Tonga, Hunga Ha'apai It's probably not going to come back onto the map till it reaches the surface. Yasur and his buddies there in Vanuatu are still there. Everything is pretty straightforward. Luolatok still doing good business, and this Raun, right on, Raun. Anyway, it is orange, and then that's very close to Semaru. Of course, we also have Merapi and Krakatoa there, and a bunch of other ones that aren't doing a heck of a lot. Sliding up into Japan, and there is Suwanoshi Jima, and the other one that is red is Sakura Jima. Do they have a third one in there now? I thought we had 2 down here, now we got 3. Maybe they added one, I don't know. I'm gonna have to take a look and see. I don't remember seeing this one on here, this Kushin Norirebu Jima, Kushinomor, whatever. Oh boy, I'll have to figure that one out. Anyway, that's kind of it for our Ring of Fire stuff. Of course, up here, when we look at our Kamchatka Peninsula, and we got Chikorochki and Ibiko still doing their thing, and then of course Karimsky, Bezimiani, and Shivlesh are still working away. So busy, those guys sliding over, and we don't see anything new here. Old Donyo still showing that it is still in an active state, and throwing out its wonderful black carbonate lava. So that is cool. Our DR Congo fella here is also still red, and Urta Ale definitely still on the books. And as we zoom back in here, we see Etna and Volcano and Stromboli, and they are still producing a fair amount of SO2 as well. Nothing coming from Campi at all. And of course that brings us back to the start of that map, and there's our wonderful Iceland, and of course down here in the Azores. Okay, moving on to the weather map real quick, and let's see if we can get on there. And I want to zoom out first off, and then we're going to refresh this. I was looking earlier to see if we could see anything, but I want fresh, and there we go. North America looking actually pretty clean for the most part. We do have our population pollution in places, but not too bad. Looking at Mexico, they still have their normal stuff going on. They did name that new volcano, and it's Howard. Sorry, not volcano. A new storm, cyclone. No, what do they call it? Hurricane, typhoon over there, over in the Pacific. I can't remember, but anyway, it's called Howard, and Howard's got a lot of downward flow, and this is really downward push on it from up top here from this flow. And it's really keeping it in place. There's another storm up here, and that is kind of interesting to see, but we do see most of this pluming off into the Pacific, and that is pretty normal. And then right here at the borders of kind of Chile and Peru is where the current changes over and blows it over into the other direction, into the Atlantic. Looking real quick down here, White Isle volcano still there, still off gassing. Haven't seen anything come out of Ruapehu, which would be in here, but we see this here, Tofua still working away, and our buddies here on Vanuatu are still doing their thing, and looks like somebody's cranking up the SO2 at the refineries, and might even be a barbecue or two out there, right, Leo? Snicker. Anyway, looking just north of Sydney here, of course, they have some coking plants and things like that. So all okay and pretty normal. Everything else looks pretty standard up here. Ibu and Dakono are still doing their thing. Luolatak would be here, and he's responsible for this. And Simaru and that new Raoun, that's right there. He definitely adding to the soup. And this area here would be from Arapi, and of course Krakatoa or Krakatau would be right in there. Pretty awesome. Looking up a little bit further, we do see Bulusan still dumping out a lot of stuff. And when we look in here, Taal volcano is doing its thing, and there it is, Taal Lake. And there's the volcano within the lake, and that is throwing off a fair amount of SO2, but I do caution everyone, there is a lot of population in this area, and that is also causing a lot of SO2 as well. Sliding up a little bit, we see normal stuff in Taiwan, and going down here, bottom end of the Japanese islands here, Suwanoshijima doing its thing, and then we are getting a lot of pluming coming off of Sakurajima, and that is doing a pretty good job of throwing out a lot of SO2. Sliding up a little bit further to the Kamchatka Peninsula, and we see, it looks like the big player here is Chevalish, doing a lot of stuff up in the top, and yeah, it'd be a Chevalish, and then oh boy, it almost looks like they got an extra volcano in here. You know, when you're looking at these plumes, and I'm wondering if there's something else going on here. We only see three up here, Krimsky, Bezimiani, and Chevalish, but it looks like we've got 4 plumes. I don't know if that's something going on there. But anyway, down here, Chikarachki and Ibiko are still doing their thing, so that's what we see there. That's about what we've got, you guys. Not doing too much. There's our stuff from South Africa, pretty normal. And there in the DR Congo area, again, coking plants as well as volcano producing that. And Ertael would be somewhere in here, not seeing a heck of a lot. We do see a new spot here, don't know what that's about. Pollution probably. A lot of pollution here in Saudi Arabia and those areas because of the oil refineries. And when we take a look here, we do see that we've got an extra stuff coming from our I'll get it, hang on, Etna in here, throwing off that, Volcano in the middle, and Stromboli in the top, doing its thing. So that is a little bit more from Stromboli than we've seen in the last little while. Pretty cool, and not bad for the rest of Europe though. And looking here at Iceland, I was thinking we're going to see a little bit more of a plume, but we really are not. So the Icelandic volcano, very, very clean running right now, and that is pretty awesome. Moving over to our weather map, I do have to refresh that and see what we've got. And there we go. Looking at North America, Canada, not bad. Southern portions of Canada, fairly warm. Saskatchewan, Manitoba, and even here in Alberta, down in the bottom end, very, very warm. We see the interior of British Columbia also holding some good heat. Same thing with the Rock, where Bob lives, holding some nice temperatures for those guys. I see it's warming up north again, which is kind of interesting, and that's not too bad. Looking at the United States, though, we have a whole different kettle of fish. Looking out here in the west, some very, very high temperatures in Washington and Oregon, and of course, looking at California, and then Nevada and those areas, Las Vegas, probably cooking 39 degrees 30 in Las Vegas Celsius. That'll bring it pretty close to 100. And Death Valley, thank you, Sue. 111 degrees Fahrenheit in Death Valley, and that is 44 Celsius, so pretty hot. And of course, Phoenix, Arizona is showing pretty warm too. So Phoenix, we'll pop that up real quick. I want to see what the temperature is there today. 102 Fahrenheit and 39 degrees Celsius in Phoenix. So pretty darn warm too. And that is what we see. Texas holding a lot of heat. And looks like a mixed bag here in Colorado. But going up a little bit, you see a lot of warm areas. And not quite as hot down in Florida and along the eastern coast. Normal summertime temperatures as far as I can tell. Sliding up a little bit more though. We do see the cutoff point to all that warm air. And we are looking back at Canada. We got Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, and PEI in these areas here doing some places warmer than others, but looks like they are getting some cooler temps. Same thing out here in Newfoundland as things go. So that's kind of it. Cancun, Mexico, 28, 29 degrees as normal. And we do see here in the Baja area some very hot temperatures as well. And here's Howard. And that is, guys, everybody meet Howard. Howard's a nice guy. Anyway, do they show his name when we scroll out? Yeah, there it is. Howard. Howard, meet the world. World, meet Howard. And that is what they call that guy. Looking at Central America, pretty much normal. And South America, we are seeing the Amazon still holding a lot of heat. And our cutoff line is probably right in between Buenos Aires and Sao Paulo, and right around here. So winter below that, and that is where you want to stay away from. Anyway, sliding over to New Zealand, we see that horrible low right there, and that is pulling a lot of that cold air in, and that's not good. We got another low here helping it, and we see some very, very cold temperatures in the minus temperatures in some of the higher areas. So definitely cold in the South Island. A little bit nicer on the North Island, but still fairly cool. And that is, again, this low doing the pulling of colder air. Now we do have this downflow here, and I bet you it's really warm in Adelaide and freezing cold over here at Leo's place. And Leo says 11 degrees. Yeah. Looking here on Tasmania, we are still holding some of those colder temperatures as well, but not as bad as it could be. At least it's not snowing there. Same thing with this bottom end. Some areas 5-6 degrees, not good, guys. Got to stay warm in there. So that's kind of what we're seeing. Sliding up a little bit towards Sydney, 13 degrees. And we will pop up here, 18 in Brisbane. That is Oz country. And that's our wonderful Oz lives there. Eddie Oturo, welcome. I didn't see you sneak in there. Perth, on the other hand, is a little bit colder. It's got some of that winter air coming up from the south, 9-10 degrees. But we are seeing a little bit more heat come back into the northern parts, and that is pretty awesome. And then we take a look at our Philippine Malaysian and Indonesian areas up top here. Looks like Philippine Sea, very warm. We do see this low sitting here, just I guess that's the South China Sea is what they call that, and that is a storm developing there. Looks like also over here by India, we seem to have a low causing some problems. And of course, sliding up a little bit more, we see the Sea of Japan and the East China Sea and the Yellow Sea, very hot, but a lot of movement through there. And looks like a low up here, kind of bigger low developing and doing its thing. Kamchatka Peninsula actually fairly warm today, surprisingly, looking at 19-20 degrees, and rewarming up here in this portion of our wonderful Russia there. So sliding over India, pretty normal. Looking at Iran, Iraq, Pakistan, all those areas, pretty much seasonal temperatures. Same thing with the 38, 39 degrees that we're seeing over here by the UAE, and that is pretty awesome. Also, Yemen is still holding some of that very high temperature as well, same as Saudi Arabia. Looking at what we have in northern Africa, though, Sahara Desert still cooking, and I'm surprised it's still this warm. Sliding in a little bit over here, looking at what it looks like for Piggy, and she's going to Rhodes. It's 27, 28 degrees depending on where she's going there. Pretty warm, and of course she was out here in Kos where it's only 25, 26 degrees. So a little bit of a difference. Quick pop over to Sicily. Looking at some nicer temperatures, a little bit more comfortable for nighttime, I think. For the most part, they're not cooking at 30 plus temperatures. And same thing with most of Italy from the looks of things. Spain still holding some heat for nighttime temperatures. Not sure that's really too much, but 23, 24, not that bad. 26 in some places, 27. Could be worse if it was in the 30s, but that is all right. A lot cooler in Portugal, and northern Spain looking a little cooler. France, not bad. We see that on this side of the Alps, so up on the top here, it is a little bit warmer than usual, and then we slide up a little bit more. And see bottom end of Germany doing fairly well. Nighttime temps not bad. Going all the way up and seeing all the way into Denmark, looking pretty good. Holland and Belgium looking pretty cool as well. And there is our Luxembourg, 17, 18 degrees in some spots. Pretty cool and all warm. I guess, whichever. Anyway, looking at Ireland, and we see 13, 14, 15 degrees depending on where you are, and same thing with, I guess, Wales, not as warm in the top end, but warmer down on the bottom. Most of England looking not bad, a little cooler in some spots, and surprisingly Scotland a little bit warmer. Looking at what we see in the bottom end of Sweden and Norway here, it is actually not that bad in Norway along the coast, and the northern parts still fairly cool down here, and kind of weird that we've got all this warm air blowing around, and it's that much colder up top in the highlands there near Oslo and those areas, and that is only 11 degrees. And of course, Sweden, looking at Stockholm, 13 degrees, and not too bad for the most part. Finland, not bad either. And that is what we are looking at. So 5, 6 degrees, looking pretty cool. and zooming into Iceland, and let's have a look. Now we've got a lot more of that wonderful current coming in from down here, this warm stuff, and this is really good for Iceland right now. That'll give them some warmer summertime temperatures. That low has moved off. Where did that low go? And oh, he's down here, so he slid all the way down, which is all right. He's helping bring up that warm air, and that is awesome to see some of those higher temperatures all the way around for a nighttime. Pretty good. So very, very neat and cool. Kimmer says night night, and okay, night night, Tom. Yes, we need our rest for Dr. Fox's birthday tomorrow. Yeah, well, I keep that for tomorrow, and I do appreciate everyone wishing me a happy birthday today, but it is tomorrow technically, and that's what we want to kind of shoot for, right? But that is awesome, you guys, and I do appreciate it. I respect everyone for helping out and saying the best wishes and all that nice stuff. So we'll make it happen. Anyway, quick peek at precipitation around the world. There, Howard shows up right away off the coast of Mexico. We do still see our equatorial storm that seems to be prevalent all the time, and we see that there. And zooming back in here, we see lots of storm activity in Mexico and Central America, as well as when we zoom in here, we see lots of stuff in the southern U.S., and it doesn't matter what state you go into. Pretty much every state has some thunderstorms, and that is very weird, but it is the way it is. And going up here towards Detroit, Chicago might be getting the tail end of it, but looks like this is also coming into Ontario as well as Quebec, and looks like they've got some really nasty storms. Sue might be getting some rain out there where she is with this storm stuff overhead. Hopefully it's not that bad for you there, Sue. And we do see this up in the northern prairies here, and that is pretty good. We do see this in Alaska, and a not good storm. And looking at South America, not as active today, but we do have some storms in there. Here's that cold area, Chile. Chile is very chilly, and they are expecting snow. Okay, let's carry on. We don't want snow. Here's that low that's pestering the wonderful New Zealand area, and looks like even though it is warmer on the North Island, it has got a lot of rain and stormy stuff passing over it right now. Not so bad looking here. We've got that high park right here on Tasmania, and that is helping out, keeping some of that rain off. Same thing with the Melbourne area and the bottom end, looking not bad. Possible stuff here in a little bit of rain in Sydney or storminess. Not so bad over in Brisbane, and we don't mind that. Perth, on the other hand, looks like a thunderstorm, and that is what they've got happening. Looking at all our Malaysian, Indonesian areas, and Philippines here. Here's that system up. I don't know if they named that storm. No, they didn't. But that low right there, that is causing some major problems in the South China Sea. So that is going to be hard for those good folks. And sliding up here, the Yellow Sea has a little bit of stuff in it, and then the East China Sea right here, not as bad. But we look at the Sea of Japan. It's got that storm cutting right through it. and northern portions of Japan and the islands out here all getting bombarded with this particular system, and it looks pretty nasty. So that's what we've got there. The stuff that we figured out here in India, not good for them, unfortunately, and a little easier stuff going across our wonderful rainforest areas of Africa, and not quite as heavy rain. I do see a little bit of rain down here in Italy, and I'm sure that is very welcome. One of the things I did notice today, somebody had mentioned or asked about, is there a volcano that popped up here in Greece? And reports are that there are a lot of forest fires up in this area, and Piggy had mentioned that and kind of checked into it. Anyway, we do see a few little storms there, but nothing in Germany, nothing in France, a little bit in Spain, and looks not bad in Ireland and England and Scotland and Wales. Moving up, bottom end of Sweden. Actually, Sweden is looking pretty dry right now, so not bad. But portions of Norway is not bad, but we do have right along the coast, pretty normal for that area where they are getting bombarded by a bunch of rain. And with the warmer air and temperatures that are hitting Iceland, of course, comes the stuff that we don't want. And that is exactly what we're seeing there. And that is a lot of rain and poor visibility for us. So is that going to change anytime soon? Well, there's that low. Where's that low going to go? And that would be the big question, because we do have a conveyor belt of more stuff to come if that low doesn't move in or out and help us dissipate the current flow. And looking at what we see there, lots of snow in our good old Greenland, rebuilding its glacial base. And we see all that ice rain up north of Russia here. So pretty cold, pretty bad. Brr. Anyway, yeah, Antarctica too. Boy, lots of places in there that are seeing some snowstorms. So yeah, your penguins might want to go out and play in the snow. Let's take a look for the coldest temperature that we can see, and then we'll call it a day for this stuff. I already see a minus 72, minus 73, and Sue Hayes says she found a minus 75. I wouldn't doubt it. And when you see those temperatures, yeah, that is very, very cold. I wouldn't doubt that it's right around there somewhere. There's other areas that cool off as well, which is kind of, minus 74 right there. So we'll probably find a minus 75. But I found a minus 74, you found a minus 75. Well, I'll live with that, so it is what it is. And that is kind of, make sure you bundle your penguins up, okay, you guys? Very, very important. All right, that is it for the weather. That is it for our earthquakes, our volcanoes. Let's take a look back and see if we do have any visibility at all in Iceland. And I am back on here, and of course I don't see anything on this. We do see a little bit of a glow here. It is 1:30 in the morning there in Iceland, and so the sun is not up, or very little of it, and we are not seeing anything going on there. This is our Langhall, not seeing anything on that camera either. This one is completely dark, and that's cheating. I have that one on freeze. So we'll go over to the other one here. Hang on, click the wrong button, and we will look at that one. And that is the last one that we're looking at, and we do see that we don't have any visibilities right now, unfortunately. So that is what we've got for today, you guys. Our cracks opening up at Grindavik. Not that I have heard, Carl. I don't believe there is. There are a couple of hot spots, and again, we want to let's go back over to the earthquake map here for a minute and kind of mention that here. Where is my map? Be this guy. Okay. Whoop. It's not switching yet. It'll switch. Give it a second. And there we go. So for today, this is the last 12 hours for earthquakes, and we only seen this one right here, and that is 1.04, and that happened at 1411. So nothing new in the Grindavik area, and I don't think we're going to need to worry so much about that popping out in there. Right now, of course, this is our Ragnar, and on the other map you would see the new fissure in here. But the activity right now seems to be out near Kalir, and that is what we see up there. And then we do have some activity there in this area. These are the newest ones, 5.6 kilometers down, 0.5 from 1:25 a.m. Iceland time, and then we have this one also 1:25, 5.3 kilometers down. They're fairly deep, so I'm not going to get panicky about them. That's even deeper, 6.1 for that 0.3. So really nothing new to report there, and everything is pretty much normal, and that is kind of all we can do with it. And if we zoom in on this other one here, that was in the last 24 hours that this happened, 3.01, and that is pretty cool. So there's our new fissure. So on this particular map, if you guys want to bring it up, you do see the new fissure. You don't see the entire updated flows, but there is an updated flow out here from that river. You can see the lava river in there and how far it got, and we did kind of see that last night or early this morning Iceland time, that it is just about right up against the wall. If it does exit the valley, it will have to climb about 20 meters to get back out, so still has a ways to go for those who are curious, and it's going to take a while before anything goes out this end either. And no other exits. Those are the two primary ones. If it does come out here or down here, this would take a very, very long time, because it has to fill the rest of that valley up with a sufficiently deep quantity of not magma, but lava. So that is kind of what we're looking at. So that's it for now, you guys, and I am not going to actually put that on. I'm actually going to put you back to that video, and that is this one. Just want to make sure I have enough to play there, and yep, that is going, and that is pretty much it for today, you guys. I want to say a big thank you to our two super chatters, and Boomer for that $13.99, and Kevin Haynes for the $2. You guys are awesome. Also, a big thank you to all the members that are in here, and I really do appreciate that support from the membership, as well as everyone else in here as lavaliers and lava family. So thank you all for being here tonight. A big thank you to my moderators. Safe travels to Piggy if you happen to be listening, and all the best to you. Wish you luck. Piggy won't be here tomorrow on the show. She'll be busy, and hopefully she'll get things straightened out. Leo Carlson, thank you for being here, and another great stream. Appreciate all you and all the mods as well as everyone else here. Oink oink, and thanks. And thank you for another great stream from Duchess of Elements. By the way, talking about Duchess of Elements, she is trying to get some stuff done there, and she did send a little clip in here, but I'm not going to show the clip, but I am going to drop the link for it. So if you want to have a look, that is on the top of the rock that kind of some material broke off, which is really kind of weird. But that is a link to that video on her channel. So go over there, you guys have a look at it, and give her a thumbs up, and get the views up for her a little bit. That would be awesome. Siggy Ragnar, thank you for being here, and you're very welcome, and that is awesome. And again, for all those who want to help support Siggy, yeah, drop that link for the GoFundMe page again if you like. There it is, and that is awesome. So you guys can also go over there. And I think with those words, I am going to get off of here. I'm going to relax this evening, and I'm going to try to get myself composed for tomorrow. Of course, tomorrow is my birthday, and I will hopefully deal with everything that comes along. So thank you, everyone, and I really do appreciate all of you having been here tonight. And it's awesome. Love seeing the likes up at 223 likes. If there's anyone in here that hasn't hit that like button, but you've enjoyed the show, by all means, give it a quick pop. And also for anyone else out on the sides, if you want to subscribe, be more than happy to have you subscribe there. And also, if you want to join the membership and help support, you can click that join button that you could find in the thing here. If we type in join, pardon me. Yeah, I'm trying to do too many things at once here. So there's the join. Oh, C&D boy already brought it up. But also, if you can't find it or get it to work, you can always go to my 24/7 channel, and it's in the description there, and it's easier to do it that way. All right, that's it, you guys. Be good, keep smiling, and have yourselves a wonderful evening. And please remember, everyone, make sure that you tell your loved ones that you love them tonight, for tomorrow is never promised. I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. We'll see you all tomorrow, and take care. Have a wonderful night, and oink oink.